Hi, everyone. Harry here to talk about the dropping of the charges against Alec Baldwin arising out of the fatal tragedy on a set of the movie Rust. Just to review the bidding a little, in late 2021, he's an actor on the set and he has to handle a gun. He's also a producer. It's a fairly low budget movie. The gun tragically goes off and is tragically loaded in the first place. I've done some work on film sets, and it's stunning that it was loaded at all, and it's like its own murder mystery that still hasn't been solved. But in any event, the gun discharges and kills the cinematographer. Absolutely freaky, absolutely tragic, but absolutely not involuntary manslaughter by Alec Baldwin. And I got on my prosecutorial or former prosecutorial high horse pretty high at the time in January when a DA and a special DA who'd been brought in to try the case, Andrea Reeb, came out with some really aggressive statements about Baldwin's conduct. And including one that really struck me about Baldwin's having an absolute duty to make sure that nothing like this would happen on the set. That's a quote, and whatever she meant to communicate, it sure wasn't a statement of law. That sounds like a strict liability criminal offense, and it struck me at the time as being not just overcharged, but it's always tricky for prosecutors. I acknowledge that. I've been in the position how you handle celebrity defendants. You want to try to wear blinders and not treat them differently, and yet the deterrent value is there, and maybe some prosecutors, it's kind of catnip to them. That was my sense here. I can't say for certain. I was just reading the press releases with everyone else, but especially the special counsel who was brought in to try the case, Andrea Reeb, made statements that just sounded very cowboyish to me, and I came down hard against the wisdom of the charges and just generally the overcharges instead of some kind of negligence offense, involuntary manslaughter. Man, that was a real stretch. Now, since the charges were made, Reeb somehow has been pushed out of the case. I know the defendants, Baldwin and others, challenged that she had a conflict. I don't know what that's about, and maybe that's why she had to leave. Someone else had come in, and then suddenly, and pretty, not with a bang, but a whimper, the DA's office announces this morning, or yesterday morning, Thursday, we tape on Friday, that they were dropping the charges. And Baldwin, played it smart and just said, we're happy with the result, etc. The DA's office said nothing, no public comment. So a lot of egg on their face, I think, and the original charges were kind of textbook cowboy conduct that can, I think, take over some state prosecutors. I say state not because they're worse, but because they're often elected, so they have those political pressures. And this was an injustice. I said it strongly at the time, so in that sense, justice was done. There you have it. I think that's the end of the road for these charges against Baldwin, and we may not know anymore, but given there's a sharp contrast between the kind of megaphone treatment of the original charges and the quiet, whimper of their being dropped. But fine, I'm sure Baldwin is happy enough just to not to be looking at all of a sudden involuntary manslaughter, which really seemed crazy and over the top. All right, there you have it. Talk to you later. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video and other Talking Feds content, please take a second to like and subscribe. Talk to you later.